Hello fellow kaiju fans and kaiju collectors, I'm back from for my first Godzilla figure review, and today what we're going to be taking a look at is none other than the NECA Godzilla 2014. So, yeah. So, first off, I absolutely love this figure. Probably my favorite figure of 2014, at least of the ones I've seen, or the ones that I've actually been in contact with. This is the only figure 2014 I have. Other people that I know do have the other Godzilla 2014 figures, and people that I normally get to see and everything. So, yeah. But as for the figure itself, I love this figure. This, to me, is the best representation of Godzilla 2014. And NECA really outdid themselves with this figure. So, first up, detail. Now, as for the figure itself, the face looks amazing. I'm using the light again because it's kind of dark and it's kind of hard to see the figure's face. So, yeah, mine's a little dusty. Haven't taken them off the shelves lately. But the mouth is a nice color. Head's a nice black and everything. Spines, they're a little less textured than what I remember the movie being. And here we have one of the differences, actually. In one of the figures, it was actually brown almost, and it had like a brown variant. It wasn't really colored or anything like this one is. This is actually, from what I've read, this is actually supposed to be like when he's in the water, and it's supposed to be reflective of the water, or it's supposed to have like the water on him. So yeah, and then the chest and everything, it's like brown, or almost like that. Yellow eyes, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I gotta kind of dust this guy off. The feet are amazing. Love the sculpting on the feet. Yeah, so then there's that. The figure's stomach, the hands, and the tail. Love the tail. Absolutely love this. The only thing that I dislike about this tail is the rubber wire. If it had something else besides the rubber wire, because from what I've also heard, rubber wires tend to break very easily. So, yeah. I really can't pose this much except for like turning it sideways. But as for figures themselves, or as for the figure itself, it's very highly detailed. I absolutely love it. And this is one of my favorite NECA figures ever. So as for articulation, as you just saw, we have the mouth opens and closes. If I can just do this, yeah, so you can do that. The head rotates. You can put it this way. If you wanted to recreate one of the posters where he's at the airport, or when he's, I believe that this is how he was when he was on the, when he was attacking the Golden Gate Bridge, or when he was going through it, I should say. It was almost like at an angled shot. So, yeah. But the head does rotate. The neck doesn't really move much. It doesn't serve much of a purpose, but it still moves, so it's an added piece of articulation, or point, I should say. The arms rotate 360 and go in and out. So if you wanted to do something like that, you could. I just keep them down here like they were in the movie, essentially. So yeah, and then the waist also rotates. It's kind of a pain to move though, and it really doesn't move much either. So yeah. The hands, oh, well, I forgot the elbows, too. The elbows, it does rotate, the figure does move at the elbows, bends and rotates. So, if you want to do something like that. And the hands rotate. You can turn them. Oh, geez, I forgot to, I'm not showing them. I'm trying to do this while looking at the figure and keep the camera pointed at. So, yeah, the hands do move, and so do the elbows. The legs do move as well. They move 360. I'm not going to bother trying to move them right now. And so do the knees. The feet barely ever move, or the feet barely move at all, so there's really no point to those. But it's good. The tail, it does rotate in, I believe, 4 different points? No, 3. 3, I believe. Yeah, 3. So you got right here. Let me see if I can focus this in. Yeah, right here where my finger is. Here, no. Here, and then right down here, because this is where it meets the wire tail, the wire piece of the tail, which was a pain to get in. Now, I don't really have anything to size him with because, well, I don't have a Muto right now. I don't have a NECA Muto, I don't have a Bandai Muto, I don't have any of that. So, yeah, I know, you're probably like, what? You don't have a Muto? I know, I have to get a Muto. So, yeah. So we're just going to skip that. History, well, might as well skip that too, because if you haven't seen Godzilla 2014, you better not be watching this video, because you gotta go see the movie. So, yeah. Now, as for, do I like the figure? Yes. Favorite figure of 2014. Got some decent, articulation. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if I can find it, yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on the other hip, 17, 18, 19, and then the whole tail's 20. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. No, so 19 points of articulation is not bad. 19 or 20, I can't remember now. But not a bad amount of articulation for the figure. Really works well. You could probably get some good stop motion done with this figure. I do have plans to make a Godzilla stop motion movie, which if I ever get to a G-Fest, I will probably premiere it there. If not, then I'll put it on YouTube first. But nah, you know what? I'll probably just premiere it at G-Fest. But as for the figure itself, but the movie, I could probably just do a talk thing for that instead. But as for the figure, this would be great to do a stop motion movie with, because you got plenty of points of articulation. God, it's not focusing. There we go. Yeah, so you got plenty of points of articulation for him. So like I said, he's perfect for a stop motion movie. I may consider putting, well, no, because I already have the Godzilla 54 figure planned for my stop motion movie, the NECA one, that is. So yeah, I'm probably going to use that in the movie to, well, I'm going for a classic Godzilla almost. You Godzilla fans will understand it once I premiere the movie, or once I describe the movie a little bit. The script is still in the works right now, but yeah, so you guys won't see it for a while because, well, it's going to be at a G-Fest premiere, and yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I rate this figure a 5 out of 5. I highly recommend it, and I guess I will see you guys for my next review. So, yeah, so, see ya. Yeah, so everything's great about this figure. I almost forgot to talk about it. Articulation's great. Sizing, I don't know how it would size up against a NECA Muto or a Monster Arts Muto. I don't have one, and NECA doesn't make one, and I don't have a Bandai Muto, so I don't know what to say about sizing. So I guess I'll see you guys for the next review. So, bye.